The following program is sponsored by WhatSF.
Hello, I am Professor Phineas J. Flockmacher, the third FHSG, and you are watching WhatSF?
The Bay Area lifestyle, defined by local people, places, and events. It's in constant motion. We discover the Bay Area's countless dimensions. Let's get to know the stories that make the San Francisco Bay Area what it is. This is WhatSF. Today on WhatSF, we visit the tech world and download an app developed by a company that caters to the funny bone of online food delivery. We'll immerse ourselves in an otherworldly experience, the largest yearly event of its kind right here in San Francisco. From there, we trek off to Gilroy and drop in on one of these many grocery locations to listen to a family-owned and operated Bay Area chain that makes sure authentic home cooking never goes out of style. And then, we'll circle back to San Francisco to meet a Filipino family whose strength of united vision seeks to bring coffee from the Philippines back to its world-class status. Finally, for our community feature, we'll warm your hearts with a simple gesture of kindness, respect, and love for our Bay Area neighbors who could use a little help. And now, on with the show. We've all been there. You're hungry from a long day's work. The last thing you'd like to do is think about cooking. Think about it. You prepare, you cook, you eat, you clean up, and there goes another hour and a half. This may be why over 70% of San Francisco Bay Area professionals order delivery an average of 4 times per week. It's just quick and easy. But as we'll learn in this feature, it takes a team of restaurateurs and specialists to understand exactly what you're going through and exactly what would make things more convenient. And they achieve this not only by creating an easier way of ordering, but also because they elevate the customer service experience. Yes, there is a Bay Area company that has dedicated themselves to taking the convenience of food delivery to the next level. It's free, it's always up, and it's right at your fingertips. This is EAT24, the app.
It all started in 2007, our alpha version, small computer in 414 Vidal, Park Merced, next to the university, San Francisco State University, townhouse, 2-bedroom apartment, computers downstairs, living upstairs. We slowly started to establish ourselves as a platform to order food. The big customers at the beginning was us.
The app can be found in Google Play Store, the iPhone App Store, and also on Amazon and the Kindle Fire. It's free all across the board. You don't have to pay anything. It's really easy to use. You just first put in your address. Gives you a list of restaurants that are in your area that deliver to you. There's no need to go research on Google or any of that kind of stuff, or have to go on the phone and give all your information over the phone. It's just a really convenient and easy way to order food for delivery.
I mean, it's one of the easiest apps out there in terms of getting food. Like, who doesn't like getting delivery? And we're here to make sure that your experience is the best experience out there.
There are 2 ways that separate us from our competitors. One way would be our service is a lot quicker than our competitors. I mean, when you send us an email, when you come on chat, there's always someone waiting for you on the other end, no matter what. The other way that we separate ourselves is through our social media and our brand voice. If you go on our Facebook, if you go on our Twitter, you go on our Instagram, you will probably laugh until you pee your pants. Like, I'll tell you that right now. There's some funny stuff on there, so if you ever visited our social media, you know we have a very unique brand voice. We're the funny guys, you know? We like to make people laugh, we like to make people happy.
We're always having fun here. Every day here is different. When I first started here, the person who hired me told me that we prefer people to work with their friends.
It's important to you to have a strong team. And how do you build a strong team? Is to know the people that you work with. In our organization, there is no positions. We don't have any titles. You can be whatever you want, and it's cool with me, but what's most important for me is what's deep inside of you and what's your title. We treat our people here and our employees as a family, and we are a family. Once we create this environment, everybody here to support each other and help each other and make sure we make our life much easier.
We have a fun team. We always have music on, so we always try to keep the morale up. We always try to keep the vibe up. We make sure that even when it's busy, we're still on it.
They already had competitors, and they're starting this new company. And so they just said, you know, how are we going to separate ourselves? So they said, you know what, let's give people better service. Let's give them everything we can give them, and let's not hold back.
So we always want to make sure customers don't like onions, they don't like eggs, they want extra chicken. And we want to make sure we catch that so the customer gets what they pay for, gets what they want.
This is the most feedback we got from people. It's so simple, so easy, so clean. And this is what we're aiming for.
EAT24, the food delivery app.
Gadgets and gizmos, Edwardian fashion, and steampunk machinery come together for this one-of-a-kind event. A special gathering that was born right here in San Francisco and has expanded well beyond our Golden Gate. Every year, people from all over the world congregate and celebrate the era of the late, great Edward Gorey. With musical performances, awe-inspiring acts, artistic displays, and some of the most memorable personalities you'll ever meet, this is one event that brings you into their world. Let's get to know the visionaries behind this amazing experience. Dress accordingly and get into character. This is the Edwardian Ball.
Hello, I'm Justin Katz, and I'm one of the producers of the Edwardian Ball, and we're here at the Regency Ballroom for the 13th annual Edwardian Ball. We spare no expense in filling every nook and cranny with performance, art, and experience. So when you travel from the main ballroom up to our Museum of Wonders, down to the vendor bazaar, back over to the tea garden, anywhere along the way, you may encounter any number of creatures, games, art, experiences that are going to shape the kind of night you have. The ball is really a tapestry of subcultures, and steampunk is a particularly rich aesthetic. The people that are into steampunk fashion, accessory, events are very detail-oriented, very passionate about what they do, and I think that's what fits best with the Edwardian Ball, is that creative passion. If it's steampunk, if it's fine art, if it's bicycle carnival rides, whatever it is, the fit with the ball is a commitment to creativity and art. In the beginning, this was founded by my band, Rosin Coven, and our band founded it around the appreciation of the art of Edward Gorey. That was the simple seed that it began with. His art, his storytelling, his humor, his way of telling a story without telling you what is really going on and leaving it to your imagination and your internal elaboration. I think it is no accident and no coincidence that this event was born in San Francisco, and it's recognized honor to me to read that it's a San Francisco institution and recognized as a must-not-miss San Francisco event. And I think that's because our city is completely off the wall. We come up with all kinds of movements, with art, with the creative expression you'd see in Burning Man. That kind of spirit is shared here, where participation is more important than rules. And we've made a big point from the beginning to not have rules except that you participate. And I think this is the perfect city for that kind of celebration.
This is our local business spotlight on Edwardian Renaissance.
Edwardian Renaissance is inspired by all things neo-Victorian and steampunk. My designs try to reflect a retro-future fantasy. I'm a local artist drawn to the Bay Area's amazing styles and Victorian history. Check out my online shop on Etsy.com and look for Edwardian Renaissance.
Hi, I'm Hillary.
And I'm Jules.
And we're from San Francisco. And you're watching
WhatSF.
My name is Jessica Hess. I live in San Francisco, and I'm saying hello from the Edwardian Ball. You're watching WhatSF.
Some of the best memories are made and shared by most families right at the dining table. This is what inspired the Lopez family to create the Arteagas Food Center, a complete grocery where families can shop for authentic Latin American and international ingredients. Arteagas food centers focus on home-style cooking. But in each of their 9 Bay Area locations, you will find an amazing variety of fresh ingredients for virtually any cuisine. Across 3 generations, this family has stayed true to their heritage through authenticity and freshness, plus their commitment to a healthy and well-fed community. Let's meet the Lopez brothers at the Arteagas Food Center.
When you walk into Arteagas Food Center, you're not just greeted by employees, but you're also greeted by the family.
We're happy that this is a family business. You know, my father started it, and then my mother got involved,
And now it's everybody, my brothers, my sister, my parents, my aunts, uncles, cousins. It really is a family business, you know, and that's the way we wanted to keep it. And, you know, and we want to make our employees even feel part of our family.
We're pretty much a full-service grocery store, meaning that we like to help our customers. In the meat department, we cut the steaks as thick as you like them or as thin as you like them. You know, if you want something special for the next day or even later that day, we can definitely accommodate that for you.
We go out of our way as family members even to hit the floor and really engage with our customers. You know, see how their day is going, see if they need help with finding anything around our stores, to really be there and make them feel like they are a part of a family when they come into this store, you know, and shop here. And really that's what we want them to feel like they feel like this is their home to go grocery shopping, you know, and really to get the most out of their shopping experience. By stepping into a location like this, it kind of makes you get a flavor of what Latin America is like. We feature more products here that are typical to the Latino community throughout Latin America, to where you go to other grocery stores, you can't find those ingredients.
Now, Arteagas doesn't just cater to the Hispanic community. You know, we offer pretty much everything that you can find at a typical American grocery store.
You know, we range from Latin American ingredients to even ingredients that Filipinos are used to, that Asians are used to.
Whether it's steak and eggs or carnitas, pretty much you can find anything that you need here in Arteagas Food Center.
The people behind me are currently producing tortillas for you so you guys can enjoy at home. We make chips, we make tostadas, we make small little taquito tortillas, and we make our normal house tortillas. Now, besides our special homemade Arteagas Food Center tortillas, we have other brands of tortillas, you know, from all different kinds of brands. But one brand that I really do recommend is Guerrero tortillas. They range from small to big, depending on what you're trying to make. So if you're really in the mood for some great tortillas, look for their Guerrero or Arteagas tortillas.
We've been working with Freshco for about 6 years. Freshco has been a wonderful company to work with. We can get the produce here as fast as a day after it's been picked in the farms. One of our favorite things to do is have a taquiza. Now you may ask, what's a taquiza? A taquiza is a taco party.
We'll go out to your party, we'll have a steam table, and we'll have our griddle there. And we'll make the tortillas fresh for you in front of your guests. We customize your catering party to the way you want it to satisfy your guests. And we go anywhere from house parties all the way up to corporations.
At Arteagas Food Center, we want to emphasize a more healthy lifestyle. That's why on a yearly basis, we have our health fairs.
We invite our customers as well as all the community to come out here and really engage with nonprofits, for instance, like the American Cancer Association, the American Diabetes Association. Really, we're trying to give back to the community with these health fairs and let our community know, hey, there's a way for you to start consuming better, you know, better foods, healthier foods, and it starts here at the shopping, at your grocery store. You know, really that is where you get your staples to what you're gonna cook at home to have that healthier lifestyle, you know? And we are proud to be a part of that.
The next time you look at that steaming cup of fresh coffee, you might want to think about the history, heritage, and true value of what you just paid good money for. Foundation Coffee is rich in more than just flavor. Every bean they use for your brew makes a huge difference for families in a developing community. There's a place in the Philippines that makes the absolute highest grade of coffee using environment-friendly production technology. One Filipino family's vision developed Foundation Coffee, and very soon you can enjoy their gourmet coffee along with some out-of-this-world great-tasting sandwiches right here in San Francisco. This is Foundation Coffee at the Foundation Cafe.
I think most people think when they're about to retire, they say, oh, maybe one day, what are you going to do for the rest of your life? Maybe one day I'll open a coffee shop.
We serve 4-barrel coffee, which is locally roasted in San Francisco in the Mission District.
The coffee we're planning to serve here is actually, it's like organic coffee grown in the Philippines.
Our belief and our philosophy is that we wanted to not just to feed the physical hunger, but the conscious hunger.
Rocky Mountain Coffee Company is the farm. They're the guys managing. Okay, they're run by a Canadian company, and well, they've been in the Philippines for the last, I'd say, 10 years. They realize, they know that the Philippines used to be number 3 in the world, and they wanted to help the Philippines go back to that level.
This is a partnership between the growers and us, the producers of the coffee.
When the kids saw the place, the idea of opening up that restaurant, I said, you guys, I can't do this by myself. And they all saw the place, yes, we'll do it.
My dad's really big on espresso and always has been, and we've all been really into coffee since forever.
Well, my husband's the businessman. I'm the artist. And my kids are mostly artists, so he's like the guy that kind of leads he's kind of the guy that's leading the pack. It's like, okay, have peace amongst you. He's the peacemaker. So foundation, the name foundation is kind of fitting because the family is basically the foundation of the Philippine society. So it's tying everything in, kind of cheesy, but it was serendipity, I don't know.
Foundation's an English translation of foundation. Foundation.
Here at Foundation Coffee, we bring our beans from our farms in the Philippines into your cup of coffee here in San Francisco.
And it's a pretty good feeling amazing in both ways.
For our local community spotlight, let's meet a group of photographers that teamed up with generous supporters to provide a genuine gesture of hope, love, and personal dignity. Their cause will warm your hearts and inspire you by showing us how a seemingly small token from a soulful place of kindness can strengthen and unite our community. Let's visit a very special Bay Area group who humbly apply their artistic skills to convey a powerful message captured in a single frame. This is Help Portrait.
Help Portrait is a worldwide project that happens one day of the year, and the mission is around finding people in need and then taking their picture and providing them with a printed portrait at the end of the experience. When someone walks into a Help Portrait event, we'll get them checked in, and the first thing they'll have an opportunity to do is actually to get a professional hair and makeup. After they get that done, we'll set them up in a studio, and they'll actually spend a few minutes with a professional photographer taking their photos, and then we'll have a person escort them to a print station where they can actually sit down with an editor, take a look at the photos that were taken, choose the ones they like, and then we actually do a quick edit on the image and then print that photo out. And so they'll actually leave Help Portrait with a printed photo that they can have with them at all times.
It's made a huge impact on me. I've gotten to know people, and they've been so generous and grateful for what we are doing here today.
I just hope for just a moment that they can really enjoy themselves. I mean, some of these folks are living some pretty hard lives, and I think it's just that small laugh, looking at themselves and having a moment.
Being able to connect with people that you wouldn't normally encounter in your life and really kind of have this authentic bond with them. And, you know, we're all just people. I think that, to me, is one of the things that makes this experience so special.
When we were looking at organizations to partner up with, Glide was at the top of our list. We understand that all of Glide's services are powered by love. It's all around the betterment of people who are experiencing struggle and strife.
I haven't had a professional picture taken in years.
This experience today made me feel something that I've missed over the years. So this made me feel special.
So many times people don't want to see themselves. So to bring a light to people that, you know, hey, here you are, I think is absolutely great.
I haven't had a photo taken in quite a while. I can't even remember the last time. I think it's really neat you guys came down for this. I'm really pleased to get my photo taken. I sent it to my mother for Christmas. But if she gets a photo of me, that's something, you know.
I think it's great that you guys are doing this, you know, for people, you know, like underprivileged, who we can't afford to do something like this, you know. It's everybody's real nice, you know, that's what stands out, you know. You talk to us, you know, like we're humans.
Help Portrait is about meeting people where they're at, no matter whether it's in the middle of a struggle or coming out of a struggle. We feel that those people deserve a chance to feel beautiful.
Thanks for watching another episode of WhatSF. Special thanks to all of our participants, producers, and sponsors. If you want to be on the show or give us your feedback, email us, follow us, like us, or look us up. Until then, remember, if you're local, you should be vocal. Be the show.